Alright, so, yeah, Walmart steps up in shirt game. Since I don't have any models at the moment, so fuck it, we're gonna do it on a shield. I've primed it, hit it with the flat black, like, yeah, there's a couple light spots under here, but that doesn't really matter. It's a shield, if it comes out good, it comes out good. Again, primed, flat black, because, you know, space is dark, so you want to start with a dark background. Colors I'm going to end up using, got this old white acrylic solely for lightening and blending. This Citadel ceramite white. I like Citadel colors, they seem to be more viscous and they take well to dry brushing, but you got to shake the shit out of them like a nanny possessed. Some true red, 2 blue, some corn red for darker areas or darkening your red stuff. Is there any paint in this thing? Not really, but you could mix this shit up with a little bit of white and get some nice lavender colors out of it. Means I gotta take the lid off of it, but that ain't too difficult. It's plastic. Probably should have did this before, but we'll fuck that pigment up real good here in a minute. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this old Citadel Scorpion Green. Going to have... The whole premise is going to be like this Dendrobium here. A little dusty, but we got a largely black, lots of purplish pink, and then blue with white accent. And then our stars, right? Now what I did on that one is I did the flat black. I got it to where we're at here, and I used a little bit of gray primer in streaks to just lighten it up, which is what I'm gonna do with this ceramite white. Just gonna dry brush a little bit on there, but we'll get to that. I also like to use this portrait pink from Dollar Roni, however you pronounce it. It's cheap stuff, but it's already got pink in it, so I'll use this as base for the pink or purple color. Brushes, I don't know what's this one. This is a 10/0. We're gonna use that for, you know, the brighter stars you see here and there. So we won't really use this one until we're done doing the majority of the work. I don't know with this one, it's like 1 centimeter, but I used it to spread Mod Podge once. I never really got it all out, so it's really stiff at the bottom but flexible at the top. We'll end up using this one for blending. That way we don't have any hard edges on our colors. This one will be for smaller spots, but it'll also go for blending. It's just an old 1.5 centimeter maybe. Like it used to be longer, but this is one of the oldest paintbrushes I have. Along with this one, which is illegible, more blending, spot coloring here and there. And then this broken 2.5, 3 centimeter one, full of dust for some reason. It's used all this shit. We're gonna use this to dry brush the white and the larger colored areas. And then I'm gonna use this fan brush, it's really thin on one end, to do the green highlighting that I plan on doing. So with all paint jobs, you really have to plan out what you want on it. You can do it with a pencil, but I mean it'll show up through the paint unless you like cake the paint on it. And we don't want that. We want it to look light and airy, like it's naturally forming off in the distance instead of, again, hard edges, lines. You don't want any of that. So let's get to work. First thing we do is take a ceramite white, and this one, oh fuck, I don't even know why I was shaking it up. It felt like there was paint in there. Now it's just like plastic ass, but it's dry, which is what we want anyway. We're gonna start stippling it for the most part, which is just dabbing at it. So let's go ahead and have like a galaxy-like wave go straight off the middle, but in kind of an S shape with maybe a fork over here to the right. So we'll start here and we'll establish the lines, that the routes that it'll take, and then just keep stabbing at it. It'll start filling up. And then you can start kind of rubbing it in, I guess. Because you don't want any dots for the most part. You just want a lighter area to where when you go to put color down, it'll show up better against that black background. And then say maybe we got a little bit here. I mean, this is kind of camouflage, so the idea is you want to break up hard edges. Might add a little more there. Do a line in here perhaps. Make it go way up the side. And say one right there. Lighten that up just a smidge. But then you can start dry brushing it really from this point to get that more of a solid white. It'll give you a more persistent color whenever you go to lay in color, and it softens up the edges a lot. So that's what we're going to start off with. It doesn't look like much right now, but it'll get there. So while that kind of dries, we can actually rinse off this brush and let it dry for when we need to blend later. I'm just using a shitty old camp cup with water in it, but I keep it off to the side so I don't accidentally knock it over and have a fucking conundrum. You can actually take the stiff one and like where it's collecting a lot right there on the edge, you can knock a little bit of it off. Because again, it's a hard line you want to kind of try to avoid. So, let's see. Really a fan of purple, and if you go from darker colors to lighter colors toward the surface, it's a lot easier to deal with. So let's see if we can't do something with this purple. Fuck it. I like to use old model kit box bottoms because I save the tops. They end up going on the wall in this ever expanding poster. So take a little bit of these purple chunks out. Rim stuff's not going to be that great, but this little bit right here, we can actually just chop this shit up in a manageable flake. That way, whatever you decide to use to reconstitute it will absorb better. Super slivers right there. Ow, shit. Yeah, be careful with knives. I should have a bottle cap around here somewhere that I actually use for blending up paint or making washes. I have no idea what I did with it. Terrible with preparation. Hey, there's a really nice blue we might end up using too. A little more regal. There we go. Old queso jar lid. So we'll take our finely created chunks. Actually, before that, let's see if we can't pull some of this paint out so we have a clear background of sorts. No, it's not happening, so fuck it. This part's a little bit on the difficult end. Might actually use a chunk of this white down in here since it's still kind of gummy. We can mix that with our purple and get the color we want, then all we gotta do is add a little bit of water. We're fine. Stuff like this, I'll use the butt end of a brush and you just mash it together, really. It's another thing I probably could have done before starting recording, but what if people have questions? Might actually need a dab of water, just enough to get your handle wet. That sounds perverse. That's not what I'm going for. This may not actually work. Not the capacity we're wanting, though. I'm only doing this because I don't have any more purple on hand. Dab of this blue here. Smidge of red. No. Shake this shit up. Fuck. kind of a puce color. It's actually kind of good for the bright pink we want, but we're going for purple, so more blue. Mixing, this paint's old. Shit. I should have checked my paints beforehand, because get us to where we want. Stand dollop in there. Yeah. Like I'm really over mixing. It's a waste game, but you get where you want with your color if you mix your own shit. That's just purple. Just going for it. It's airy, it's still purple. And like if you see, you still got other colors in it, so it might produce a nice texture. So let's go ahead. You load up your brush and then you dab it out until it makes that little, I don't know if you can see it. Go from here and you dab it out until you get something about like that, to where it'll deposit paint, but not all the paint. And we'll start down here. You know, take one of your previous footprints and get more paint on your brush. When you do this, you don't have to stay on it. Like, it'll show up over here just a little bit, but save a little bit of white space for other colors when we get into there. But most of this is going to be purple. Do like we did before, dry brush it just a little bit to get the colors to blend. And what we're left with, preview back, is texture so far. So from there, we've got that pink color that's on the other one, the dendrobium I showed you. So we'll start off with our pink. Finding a spot. Now that's too much like flesh, and that's not what we're going for. So take a little bit of this crimson thing. Just dab. Just take another brush, that way you're not contaminating it with your purple. See if we can't get that hot pink out of it, yeah. That's it. kind of hot pink we're going for. Use shitty shorts that we just fucking clean stuff off easy, or an apron if you've got one. We're gonna use this one, old and shitty. Load up on some of that hot pink. And so we're gonna have like a vein of pink running through this purple to start off with. It might cut in between. Might have some of it following over here. Now you've got more than one color, more than one layer. Dry that out in your pants, because next we're going to go for this blue. We're going to lighten it up just a smidge. But blue permeates fucking everything. So you get your little dab there. Shake up our paint because it's been sitting a while. Smudge that. Get that kind of baby blue color going. Load this up, and then say this vein just cuts across everything, but follows the lower arm that we established earlier. And if it fades mid, I mean, that's fine. None of these colors are supposed to be like solid, permanent. Go over here. Follow the edge of both the purple and the pink. Maybe a couple dots here. Along this edge. Now then, this is about the part where you start blending it. So put that in the water, because dry brushing time is over now. Find our black paint wherever the hell it went. Joseph. Alright, so we take our black. This is where we make what we call a wash. I need a smaller bottle cap is what I need. See if we can't fill this cup up with the rest of this Dr. Pepper. This is in no way sponsored by Dr. Pepper, I'm just fat. Alright. Go after our water cup. Fill this cap about halfway-ish. I mean, we don't need a lot, maybe a third or a quarter of the way. Then we're gonna take a tiny bit of this black paint. We're gonna mix it up to a soupy wash. Like, alright, so we got, it's just, you know, it's not really paint, but we might actually need to make it thinner, but I'm not gonna, because we're gonna go back to this puta, load it up with water. Here. Alright. No, I have to clean this brush out first. Then I can do what I'm trying to do. Always have something you can test your piece on. Oh my god, that's a better example. You can see how it's runny and not really leaving much black. This is how we're gonna blend all these colors. So we just get in there and start swirling it around. It's gonna get bubbly like you're soaping it up. But it's gonna remove all them hard edges and heavy deposits. And then again, a good reason to have shitty shorts. You dab that off. You could use a napkin, because you're gonna have to do this probably 2, maybe 3 times. Because it's gonna pull off paint. That's just how it is. Because I might have messed that one up. Let's go back. This blue. We're gonna have to go back, redeposit some of this. Then for some of the darker areas, we want to keep dark but still not be black. You do stuff like just hit it with the blue hard. Let's have a black here in a minute. It doesn't really look like much, but now's what I call the squeeze. Go fish out that invariable chunk of black from when you made your wash. Get most of it out of your brush. Then go in here and make things thinner and less artificial looking. soften up the edges you just did. Cause divides where there weren't previously. Maybe just a little bit over the top of your colors on the edges. So I've decided I really don't like all that. So I'm gonna make it center. All this shit up here's got to go. Now everything's a little softer. Looks more meh. Some of that. Dull that shit out. It's okay to be retentive during this process. This is really where you make or break it. I mean, you can't really screw up. It's all random all the time. Just light dots to haze it over. Alright, so we've got our blues, pinks. I promised some green, but we'll get to it in a moment. Which, actually, I guess we can go ahead and do that. But I want to do just a sparkle of this in some of the pink areas. Just to lighten it up in spaces. This right here that I'm doing is stuff that really nobody but you is gonna notice. All right. This stuff, let's hope it's still good. I'm gonna shake it before I open it anyway, but I haven't used it in forever. Yeah, still slimy, gunky. That's what we're going for. We just want to add a little bit here and there. I mean, if it doesn't look good, we can... I don't fucking like it. This might have been a bad idea. So, back here, get that black. Gotta knock that shit out. It doesn't look right to me. But I mean, I don't know, if I do it light enough, and only like 2 or 3 places. I think I'd be able to do that. Like, alright, so let's see if we can focus. Screen's got to. There we go. Alright. So this is what we got going on. Just a tinge of green over there because it's space and there's whatever out there. It's supposed to look like, I don't know, space in general. But now that we've got our background set, shit. I don't know how to do this without fucking up my monitor and throwing paint at it. So the Bruins are gonna have to take one for the team, but let's try to use this box we've set up. Set it up right. We're just gonna stand this puta up in this box as if we can. Alright, you see it. It's right there. Ain't getting no paint on it from nowhere. Hopefully we'll have, I don't know, plenty of coverage. Now I can take this bitch, load it up. This is where, oh, fuck my life! Alright, it ain't too bad. We ain't fucked it up royally, but we got a whole mess of white on there. I'm gonna use a different piece of box for that process. But what we do have to do is go back and put fucking blue in there. Because it shit just leaves whenever it feels like. You can fuck things up, but yeah, they're always fixable. Some purple because it's all but gone. Alright. I'm gonna use what we were gonna use as our star brush. Just do some light lining. That'll really blend itself in. Get around it. What I said earlier about terminating one of these streaks inside of another one, that's what we're going to do right here. Kind of blend every bit of it up to that line. That way, we're making both of these separate, but it looks like it's coming out of it, I guess. Alright. Back to the blacks so we can soften them edges. White paint can kiss my ass today. We do want to have some, solid black parts still, because it's space. You want less wash in your brush than your brush can actually carry. I also want it way fucking waterier than it is right now, so. Our impromptu paint booth. The other half of the box I've been using to fucking ruin 15 minutes worth of work. Right. There we go. It's a smidge different than what we started off as, but it's broken up a little bit. Still got the blackness of space. Stand her upright in this box. Load up this brush. where there's enough that you can fling it. Kind of need more paint because it sat there and dried enough. I mean, there's some stars in there, but we need more. More diverse shapes. Turn it upside down. The world can kiss my ass. See if we can't. Yeah, get a couple over there. You want to kind of balance it out. You're gonna get paint on your hands. Don't be a fucking sissy about it. Now, while this stuff is still wet, you're gonna have a little more than you want. Some shapes aren't gonna be quite what you like. So we're gonna take this bad boy again. Dump out our wash and grab some of that wet black gunky shit. And we're just gonna dab out a little bit here and there. You can use your finger to kind of blend it around over it.
How are you? Back with you on Off the Hook Radio. It's DJ Buddha Blaze. You know, electric powwow is going on.
Oh, that Tycho album's just ended.
Are you going to check them out? Give me a call. Let me know. Let's get into the latest from nation to nation. This is Sisters.
Alright, so now it's looking like space. Now we're going to take that long fine tip brush we were using earlier to line in the blue. And some of these larger ones, or oblong ones, like this little long one there, you can extend the other side of it just a little bit. And now it's one of the brighter stars. Go right here. If we can get the paint to stay in the brush, we can go right in the middle and kind of stylize the EFSF logo, so a little bit longer. Kind of hidden. It's not the greatest looking, but maybe actually fuck. Sometimes you have to use so little paint that most of it will dry by the time you get it to your work piece. kind of stealth it in there, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna fix it. More of that black. That's not it. Damn it. If you do something you don't like, just black it out. Throw it back in the booth. Sling stuff everywhere. No. That big, ugly, streaky bastard is not showing up on my shit. Right now it's just tuning to get it right before we go hit it with the clear coat. Alright, let's go back to doing this one more really bright star. There we go. A super tiny little bright star. Just basic ass shapes. Now that we're done with the basic shit, take a picture of it, because I like it. At this point, you could really debate putting a decal on it because, I mean, it's just a GM shield. Shit, on the back, might as well do. First off, get some of that black to fill in that edge. We had a little mishap, so do that. Put all our paint up for the most part. That gray is not good anymore. I know I got some Asian gray in there somewhere. Actually, there we go. Oh, take some of this old bolt gun metal since it's metallic. Lightly dry brush. I'm painting this motherfucker. Jesus. I have to go through and throw so many old jars away. Yeah, we got some lead belcher. But it sat dormant for like 2 years. I'm not gonna edit this video. Alright. Good job. Now it's got just a smidge of detail. It doesn't just look bland and black. Not that black is bland, you know what I'm saying. So, let's go clear coat this food real quick. Shit, where's that other clear at? Give it to. I did it mostly with matte, but want it to have a tiny bit of sheen to it. So, we step back in here, put the shield adapter on. And this is what we're left with. You look at it up close, it doesn't look like much, but over here it's like, does that shield look like space? Anyway, there's your tutorial.